Hello everybody, welcome back, youtube.com/Geek Aloud for another Let's Install. Today it is F123, that's right, F123. I've got it as access through EA, not EA Play, well it is EA Play, but it's Xbox Game Pass. Recently added to Xbox Game Pass was F123. So, if we jump down here somewhere, look at this, bring up the queue, and I can tell you that F123 is downloading to an Xbox Series X, and that is 53.93 gigabytes. Very excited to go hands-on with this one. I love any excuse to break out the steering wheel and have a few laps. So, while this installs, let's check out some gameplay, but on the other side of the gameplay, of course, we'll jump into the settings menu, we'll see what kind of settings we recommend tweaking, any accessibility options of note, and then, of course, we'll jump out to the Xbox dashboard, and I'll grab you the full Let's Installed size and the current version number for F123. Enjoy the gameplay, but let's install! Alright, here we go as we pull out of the pit for our first ever encounter with the driving mechanics of F123. Let's see how we go. And I don't even know, whoa! I don't even know, but I think I just answered it, that I think it's an auto. I'm not sure that I need to be changing gears. Yep, look at that. Okay. Auto gears. All right. That's a pretty decent rendering of a race car track. I like what I'm seeing there. Great visuals so far in this one. Start race. Let's roll, shall we? 3, 2, 1, go! Anytime now. That was weird. I do like it in Forza. Every time you overtake someone, you get a little bit of XP. It's a really good drip feed of progression. Unfortunately, not present in this, or at least not in the way it's presented in Forza, where it's just, yeah, constantly giving you that feedback and very rewarding experience. They might want to consider adding it to this title, or a future one. Whoa! That guy gave me a good shunt in my left quarter panel. Bop. Oh. This is dodgem cars, right? Whoa, that's a corner. Oh, almost. Yank that wheel, son. What, you think I wasn't focused already? It's an F1 I'm driving, buddy. Pretty focused. What do these get up to? 300k an hour or something wild? Hey, fastest lap. Yeah, 300 kilometers an hour. 320? 321? 323, I think we got it to. Oh. Oh, that wasn't a good turn. Well played, Hamilton. Whoa! Man, what are those chairs called with the, rumble feedback and stuff? That'd be pretty epic. If you're in a little racing cockpit and had the full thrust going, would be pretty amazing. Certainly conveys the different sense of speed, like the Forza Motorsport. You know, they start you with the really tiny cars that maybe go 150, 160. And, you got to do like, what is it, like 12 races or something, I think, before you unlock the next tier of cars up. I mean, you can free play from the start if you want to play in a fast car, but just the career I'm referring to here, it's a noticeably faster experience, obviously, jumping straight into an F1. My point is, they have done the simulation very well. It certainly has a very gratifying sense of speed as we're going around these corners. I don't think I have much chance of catching these two drivers. It feels like every time they take a turn, they're getting further away from me.
That was the fastest lap of the race.
Fastest lap of the race, and I'm not in front. Whoa. Oh, it's that. It's the overcorrection as I come out of the turn that I've got to work on. Turning the wheel too much into the turn, so I've got to come back too far the other way. Less rotation. All right, we'll go with that. Ah, yes, much better. Okay, I was being too aggressive on the turns. With the steering wheel, that is. What I'm actually wondering is, it feels like that, so this Logitech G20 that I'm using has the ability to be either 180 degrees, from full left lock to full right lock of rotation, but then it also has a mode where it can go a full 360. So, or is it 900? It might even be 900. It might be a few rotations. But there's two different modes the steering wheel can run in, and it sort of puts like an artificial lock on. So when you turn the wheel, you can feel, I'm hard over, Captain. I can feel I'm at sort of the maximum point. Those points aren't in, so it's giving me the full physical range of the wheel. But on that last turn, I didn't even turn maybe 40 degrees of the wheel, and I think it had the full effect. My point is, I think maybe it's internally processing, assuming my steering wheel can only do the 180 degrees from lock to lock, but the locks haven't engaged, so I think I could do a full couple of turns of the wheel. I reckon it is 900 degrees from lock to lock at full range, the steering wheel. I think physically it'll let me do it, but I suspect it only actually registers the 180 degrees in the middle. Possibly. Seems to be the experience. I feel like the extra degrees rotation I'm putting in and then obviously have to take back as I come out of the turn, I think that range is a bit off. The hardware versus the simulation, I don't think are quite in line on that point. Still, I'm in front now though, so I'm not complaining. An enjoyable game. Man, that's a good feeling. You kind of just almost want to drag. You don't want to turn the corners. You just want to hear it, feel the acceleration and hear it, knock up through the gears as we accelerate. It's great on the straights. I wonder if there's some sort of drag mode you could do. Now, I believe, if Fast and the Furious has taught me anything, I believe a traditional drag race goes over a quarter mile. Obviously, in a Formula One, that would be a very short ride, very quick. But I wonder if there's a longer length of a drag race for Formula One cars, something to allow you to get all the way up through the gears and then, sit at the max speed, sit up at your, what was it, 320 I think we hit before, 325 maybe? It'd be cool if we could just go in a straight, just for a ride, so to speak. But obviously the challenge is in the corners. Well, that and sticking to the driving line. Now we're going to come in first, which is exciting, assuming I don't spin out. But what I'm wondering at this stage is, will I pop an achievement for completing my first career podium, first place on a race in career mode? I'm hopeful there might be a tight little 20 achievement point in it for us as we cross the finish line up here. Time will tell what they got for us. Oh, I'm still going. I would have sworn that was the finish line. Probably why I'm not a professional race car driver. Well, that and the skill and dedication required to get there. Hey, shout out to the Gran Turismo movie. That's an enjoyable ride. If you haven't watched that and you enjoy racing on a console, I highly recommend it. A good story and well told. Love it. Checkered flag. There we go. All right, achievement 20 gamer score, achievement 1, your first race. All right. Excellent little bit of work there. Oh, 2 achievements. Achieve your first podium. All right. Gotta love that. Hey, and it was part of the daily quests for Game Pass, which is great because I'm pretty gosh darn close to getting the month-long reward. You know, do enough dailies and enough weeklies during the month for the rewards program, and you get, 1,000 points in whatever system. I don't even know what they call that currency. But, you get 1,000 points, but you bank up enough of them. What do you need, 10,000 or something? I think, and you get like a $10, Xbox gifts, an Xbox gift card, whatever. So I think it's still worth doing. Now, they did really knock that program on its head. What was that? Middle of last year, maybe. They I feel like they wound it down by 2/3 or something. The payouts got significantly less. Geek Aloud, finishing first. Advancing. Advance? Yes, thanks. Although, hold on, let's view the replay. And the reason I'm going to check out viewing the replay is occasionally when you view a replay at the end, there's another achievement or trophy just for watching the replays. So, I love that. Now, can I pick my own car? I was on the Red Bull team, so if we see a Red Bull car somewhere up the back, I felt like I was on the inside there. Oh, that might be me there, is it? Oh, they're the Red Bull cars. I was totally looking at the wrong colour blue. It was not even... There's me. All right, that's worked. Let's see now if we get out of here. No achievement job. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to view the highlights just to see what they've programmed in from a package standpoint. Oh, let me hit Y again. Is there a way? Oh, look at that. There we go. We can get rid of the position numbers. We know we won it, but what does it consider highlights? Are we talking about overtakes here, or what does it give us? Man, if you just walked into this room and didn't know, you would seriously think this is a real race, I reckon. I can't see anything there. Obviously, if you're looking at the audience, they still don't have quite the crowds down. Crowds aside, though, I think you could be forgiven for mistaking this at a glance for a real F1 game. Obviously, if you sat here and stared at it, if you're looking at the edges of objects, for example, you can see some anti-aliasing and stuff, which wouldn't be in a live broadcast, obviously. However, it's a pretty bang-up job they've done. I think it's a very enjoyable game, and it's on Game Pass, so at no additional cost. If you're a Game Pass subscriber, I don't see why you wouldn't be jumping on to F1 23. Plays well, handles well, supports the steering wheel. All around, it's a good thing, and if you finish first in your first race, you get 2 achievement points. Why not check it out? F1 23. But I see the install's complete, so let's dive on into those menus, shall we? Installed right here, youtube.com/Geek Aloud F123. Let's boot it on up now and see if it's as simple as ABC to navigate our way through that main menu. Check out the settings. All right, here we are finally after 5 terms and conditions of accepting screen. Let's jump on down into F123's options and see what we have. Settings, yeah, sure, give me casual for now. But this is what we're looking for, graphics settings. Here we go. Gamma, I'm going to leave that by default. Set it for yours. You don't have the studio lights in your eyes. I'm tipping. Motion blur, take it all the way out. You do not need it. Steering animation on, sure. Graphics quality, no. Performance, you absolutely want to flick it over to performance for the higher frame rate. 60, I assume, but maybe question for Unky Dunky. Can it do 120? No idea. Ceramic apparition. That's called a lens flare, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and turn that on, I reckon. Enabled, not compatible, hardware refresh greater than 60. Performance mode has been enabled, but not compatible due to hardware capable of refresh rates greater than 60. You may therefore not benefit from the increase in performance. Okay, says you. Assists, no. Accessibility options, yes. Music, let's go in here now and... no, we can't turn that off, but if I jump down to menu... audio settings. Sorry, I just quickly need to pull all the music out of this so we don't have any copyright infringement issues with the YouTube channel. But we'll go through the rest of it. Master volume 10, effects 10, speech 10, and obviously if you're at home, if you're not streaming, leave it up, the music up. Obviously, it's just a streaming concern. Other cars at 10, voice chat. I'm going to take voice chat all the way to 0. No thanks. Onboard mix, cinematic, why not? TV speakers, give us headphones. Headphones. Yes, there we are. Engineering ducking. When the engineer talks. Yeah, okay. So back off the ambient sort of car sounds when your engineer talks to you over the headset so you can hear him better. I'll leave it as light. But if you fully ducked it out, you know, you'd have either none or very low level car noise. Main commentator, I don't know who David Croft is. I'm sure he's an F1 legend, and I'll leave him as default. Commentary language, English, radio English, thank you. Multiplayer off, talk that is. Multi-mute, yeah, all that off. Audio assists off. Formation lap, parking sensor on. Okay, I'll leave it on. Radio frequency, everything. Play radio calls on. Music, here we go. Replay music is on. Music. Sort of the session music. No, don't worry about any of that. On-screen display. What have they got for us? Leave it on, yeah. Cockpit view. On-screen display for the cockpit view. Turn it off, but you could turn it on. That's interesting. I wonder with the steering wheel locally whether I want that off. Turn on the entire screen display within the cockpit area. I'll leave it off for now. Kilometers per hour. Metric. Thank you very much. Degrees Celsius, yes. Minimap, sure. Map rotation on. Delta time, arrows. Drive to, virtual rear view mirror. We will leave that as is. Controls, performance feedback. Ah, look at this. It knows I'm rocking the Logitech G920 here, so gotta love that. Settings, anything here? No, not overly. Not for me. If you're hardcore into your racing, maybe you want that on. Crossplay, I'll leave it on, and I recommend leaving it on by default. However, if you start seeing multiplayer people do stuff that is clearly not possible in the game, warping and such, go ahead and turn it off, because that'll be PC players playing their fun and games. Assists, I don't think we've checked. Steering assist off. Reduce flashing prompt, sure. So I believe the last thing to check now is our accessibility options. Subtitles off. Voice chats down to 0. Mono mix off. Tinnitus relief filter off. But if you've got ringing in your ears, come back here and check it out. And colorblind mode, that doesn't impact me. So that, I am confident, is all the relevant settings for F123. So let's jump on back to the home, pull up the particulars, and wrap up this here Let's Install. I can tell you F123 is version 1.0.107.925. Doesn't quite agree with itself from the main menu, but the full install size is 54.2 gigabytes. Thank you very much for watching it on Let's Install right here on Geek Aloud. What else could you do with the channel? Like it, subscribe it, you'll never miss it.